You know, sometimes in life you have things that waste your time. Things that make you think, wow, I wasted precious moments of my very short life for this. Sometimes it's people. You know the kinds of people. The kinds that suck the life energy out of you whenever they talk to you. Or it could be situations. Say you showed up to something and it turns out the thing you anticipated to happen didn't happen. Elections. Anyway, there's nothing quite as disappointing as going to the movies and wasting your time. Maybe it's a movie you were anticipating to be good and it turns out to be garbage. Well, today I'm going to be talking about some of those movies that I found to be a waste of time. Now, let me just state, these are my opinions. If you enjoyed this movies I'm about to discuss, I feel very sorry for you. I'm playing. Your opinion is your opinion. Now, on to the list. Movie number 1. Kicking off the list is Madame Web. If you've seen this, you know exactly why this is on this list. Here's the gist of the movie. I guess, spoilers? Madame Web, which I'm gonna be so for real, I forgot her name. Cassandra Webb. Funny. Anyway, here's what happened. Bad guy kills good guy's mother, who is pregnant with good guy, and then, Spider-Man saves her and takes her to a pool in a tree or some shit, and a spider bites her, and the power of looking into the future was infused in Madame Web as a fetus, and the rest is a shitty movie. I mean, you can tell no one wanted to be involved in the making of this movie, especially the 50 Shades of Grey lady. The acting was just horrific by everybody, especially the bad guy, whatever the his name is. I'm not even gonna look it up because it just doesn't matter. There were scenes of him where the ADR was just terrible. Like, the words he was saying didn't match what he was mouthing. The story was doomed from the start. I mean, Madame Web in the comics was just a side character in the Spider-Man universe. She wasn't even a huge character. I don't know what Sony was thinking. The humor was not funny. The things that happened in the movie just didn't matter whatsoever. Like the whole dinner scene where the bad guy shows up and killed them. It happened in a vision, so it just didn't matter. Actually, most of the things that happened in this movie are a vision, and none of it mattered. None of it mattered. Also this, the most useless flip in history. You did not need to do that. In fact, you would have been fine if you did nothing. I'm not going to go beat by beat of the movie, but here's what I have to say. This was just awful. Not one person tried to make this movie good. It wasn't funny when it tried to be funny, and her costume at the end was just horrific. I mean, look at this.
We'll be ready.
The only funny thing about this movie was for some reason they thought people were going to watch it enough to make a sequel. Waste of time. On to our next movie. Oh god, here we go. Okay, do y'all remember the Grudge movie from like 2004? It's a decent creepy movie. It was atmospheric and the acting was not too bad either. None of that was present in this movie. Here's the gist of the movie. The detective, I don't even care what his name is or her name is. Anyway, Mr. or Mrs. Detective is investigating a murder that happened in a house. Shocker, it's haunted. Basically, the curse from the house in Japan followed someone to Pennsylvania and it killed someone. So the detective is trying to figure it out. That's the gist. And that is as much as I'm going to say about the story. Where do I even begin? First of all, the filter used throughout the movie just made everything look disgusting, which, yes, I get it. It's supposed to feel rotten because it's a horror movie, and even the original movie did that as well, but holy shit, I did not like it. I didn't even like it in the original movie, and I enjoyed the original movie. The story was a rushed, put-together mess. It had none of the horrific charm that the original movie had. The original was genuinely scary, and the characters actually had decent development, unlike the characters in this movie. I genuinely did not give a single shit about any of them. Don't get me wrong, the first movie wasn't perfect, but it looks like gold compared to this piece of shit movie. The acting was horrible. The ending was just so cliche. She burns down the house thinking it was gonna work, but in reality it didn't. Shocker. Not only was this movie just a complete and total waste of time, it was a disappointment as well. I was low-key looking forward to this when it came out because I enjoyed the original so much, but holy they dropped the ball with this one. It's just very obvious that it was just a cash grab. This is an hour and 34 minutes that I'm never gonna get back. Waste of time. On to the next movie. Ah, yes. The Last Airbender. What a wonderful, amazing, well-written show. Genuinely one of the best cartoons I've ever seen. I mean, how hard could it be to make a movie of The Last Airbender? Apparently, it's really hard. Yes, we are talking about the train wreck that was M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. First of all, this movie. You know what? I hate this movie so much, I'm not even going to break down the movie. If you want to learn anything about the Last Airbender universe, do not watch this movie. Watch the show. Oh my god, where to even begin? The acting was just god-awful throughout the whole thing. I mean, for sake, they couldn't even get Aang's name right. They just went around the whole movie calling him Ong.
My name is Ong.
It's not Ong, it's Aang. They also absolutely botched the way they do their bending. They did some Tai Chi shit. That's not really how it was in the show. Let me just say real quick, I do know that the Avatar The Last Airbender show, they do have their own form, and it is kind of Tai Chi-like, but it's not how the movie did it. The movie did it like the completely wrong way, in my opinion. I could be 100% wrong, but it's something that I had a problem with because it wasn't as fast as it was in the show. Also, the firebenders require fire to bend for some reason, and god damn it, that's not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be able to produce the fire themselves. How can you take such a beloved piece of media and just shit on it? And who the greenlit this script? Hell, who greenlit the movie? I want to give M. Night the benefit of the doubt and say he tried his best, but I can't. This is just disgraceful. In M. Night's defense, I guess, he happened to make this movie during the time he was making movies like these. I guess he lost his mojo during this time. I don't often get this kind of angry about movies. I mean, yeah, it's annoying when a movie wastes my time, but you don't understand. I love Avatar The Last Airbender. I've seen it multiple times. I used to binge watch it with my sister back in the day, so I took it a bit personally when they just absolutely completely shit on something that I loved. Waste of time. Now, on to the final movie on this list. This movie, a waste of time. It wasn't scary, it wasn't creepy, it was just pure annoying. I genuinely walked out of the theater and thought to myself, man, I want my money back. And I don't ever do that. I didn't do that to the other movies on this list. So basically, these girls come across a video and the Slender Man haunts them all. Genuinely, that's all you need to know. The acting was terrible. No one tried, much like every other movie on this list. The writing was god-awful. Like, how hard is it to write a Slender Man movie? I am confident enough to say that anyone could have made a better movie than this. I could make a better movie than this. All they had to do was make it found footage, just like this YouTube series Marble Hornets. Or better yet, get the guys that made the series and get them to make the movie. The story of Slender Man is genuinely a cool/scary story, and the whole found footage aspect that they use, like the cameras going static and all that, is genius and scary. I don't know what was running through these filmmakers' heads as they were making the movie. The answer is nothing was going through their heads. They just made it for a quick cash grab. Sure, they made $10 million more than the budget, but it's not that hard to do that for a big studio, especially with horror movies. There is not one redeeming thing about this movie, and for the actors' sake in this film, they should scrub this one from their records. Well, that's that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,500 subscribers before the end of the year, and your support is greatly appreciated. And do yourselves a favor. If you haven't seen any of the movies on this list, do not fucking watch any of them. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!